Gubbers and Coffee. One of the mass media PNM editorials says, keep politics out of the SSA. Really? The spy agency, the spyware that Keith Christopher Rowley controls, that he removed a sitting commissioner of police by interfering with the Constitution, by going to Paula May Weeks, whispering in her ears and getting her to breach section 123(4) of the Constitution, which states that on receipt of the merit list, the president shall move it to Parliament. She called Blissy Prasad, and Blissy Prasad misbehaved in public office, removed the merit list. Keith Rowley then gets, after the Police Service Commission collapses and the Electoral College, made up of all MPs, senators, including independent senators, just votes without debate to not have a tribunal to find out the facts. We later on find out that the fact was that Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of the country, and the President, who was silent, were being dishonest, and that they had colluded to thwart the merit list and cause the collapse of the Police Service Commission, which gave Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister, the opportunity to handpick his own Commissioner of Police without merit, without independent institutions, without the majority say so. Then what did Rowley's handpicked DCP Tojam do? He took the two halves of the spyware. One part which was kept in the independent TTPS, and the other part which was kept in the politically appointed and infected SSA. He took both pieces and put them in the politically appointed hands of the SSA, who reports to the Prime Minister and the National Security Council, so that the PNM politicians had total control over the spyware, whatever the name of the spyware, so that they could utilize and give instructions and get reports on who was being monitored, what they said, when they said it, what were the printouts. And now, when it is clear that political interference has existed and its ugly head has been reared again, as the Obiaman Prime Minister is attacking the SSA head, claiming that he was hiring people from a church. And now there's a pastor speaking out who is an SRP for years and years, who has interacted with at least 4 commissioners of police and who has been doing some operations for decades. But he is talking out. But pastor, spy, policeman, SRP, I disagree with something you're saying and how you're acting, because I'm reading this quote. And if this quote is correctly placed on your lips, then something is wrong. Because Pastor Ian Brown said he's prepared to go to jail if today certain people are taken down from the SSA. What I have in sealed envelopes will be unsealed by my lips to the nation. They will know why crime is not being solved, why the commissioner has a difficult job in doing what she's doing, and why the director, Major Roger Best, who they have named and everything like that, has been removed. The people who are righteous are being removed. Here's the problem, Pastor Ian Brown. Why are you saying if certain people are removed, then you would tell the population why crime is out of control, why it's not being handled, that there are people in public office with positions to keep us safe who are not doing their job? Why is there a caveat? Why does it sound like you're using information to get an objective or to get a position? Does that sit well with you, Pastor? Does that sound like it's righteous? Or is it that if you have information, if you've tried your best and you've reached the end of your rope, and you know now that there are people in a powerful position who are taking decisions in order to leave the crime situation as it is, then you must speak. If you are righteous, you must speak the truth. Don't tell us that your truth is dependent on other things taking place. Give the population the truth. The population is scared. The population is living in fear. Crime is rampant. If you have information that will make us safe, that will give us the information to remove people from positions, to remove people from positions of power, to show their true intent, to show that they do not care, to show that they promote criminal activity, then you must speak. It is incumbent upon you to speak the truth. On top of that, you are a pastor. Go and pray to the Lord your God and ask, should you play games? Should you blackmail? Should you bring caveats? Should you extort? Should you say, if something happens, then I would speak the truth? Is that what the Lord your God has said? Or should you just talk the truth on something so critical? Because other than that, stop playing games. People are dying. Children are dying. People are living and gripped with fear. If you have information that we do not have, that will protect children and protect women and protect people in their houses and bring down criminal gangs and criminality and make Trinidad and Tobago a little bit safer, then you must speak. You must speak the truth. And if you have nothing, don't play games, because crime is out of hand and it's a serious thing. And we have no time for games. Rowley's playing enough games about who to talk and who to meet and who to lie and lie here and lie there. Foster Cummings lying and saying, Kamala tell the youth to empty the clip and so on. Kamala said empty the clip when bandits climb over your walls and enter your houses and you have a legal firearm. Legal firearms that Kamala Prasad Bissessa, when she's Prime Minister, will make more readily available to law-abiding citizens to protect their families, their wives, their daughters, their girls, their property, their own homes. That when criminal bandits, evil murderers jump over your wall, heavily armed, that you are to protect yourself. You are to defend your families with full force, to empty the clip. Foster Cummings, you dishonest human being, in your little high-pitched voice about Kamala tell the youths to empty the matic, and you trying to say she's irresponsible. What happened with all the special branch report on you? What happened to PICAL? What happened to your relationships all over the place? What happened to Venture Credit Union? How the money went in your account when you're a senator? How many contracts you have as a senator, PNM senator sitting and now minister? How much family business, how much largesse you have received? And you talking about you doing youth programs, 1,500 stipend for the children, for the youth. Why don't give them one of your $1 million contracts? How many you have, Foster? Coming to lie. Kamala Prasad Bissessa never tells youth to pick up the gun. She gives them laptops. She gives them school feeding. She builds schools for them. She kept THTTI open, MIC, NESC, Costa. She increased funding to UTT, sport, culture, PAN. She put PAN in their hands. That's Kamala. So Foster, keep your lies to yourself. And to Pastor Brown, either you have the truth and talk the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to keep your people, your citizens safe, or keep quiet. Okay, brother? Bless.